Jennifer is involved with Diddy. I saw Diddy and Jennifer having, and I also know that Jennifer sold young boys to Diddy.
How did Jennifer Lopez, get dragged in to Sean Combs's nightmare? In the last day, somehow, Jenny from the block finds herself in a whole heap of trouble.
A former Playboy model claims Sean Diddy Combs made her watch a Jennifer Lopez music video on repeat at one of his freak-offs. Rachel Kennedy claims the footage was playing on a continuous loop in Diddy's Tokyo hotel room during the 2000 interaction, and further alleged that the rapper was on the phone with J-Lo, whom he was dating.
Gentlemen, Jennifer Lopez is currently embroiled in a scandal that is rocking Hollywood, and it has more to do with her personal life than her romantic relationships. It concerns grave claims that she is connected to Diddy, and that she may have had a part in his organization. Jenny was much more than Diddy's lover. According to a flurry of fresh information and sources, which is raising serious questions about what she might have seen or perhaps taken part in. The impact this is having on her failed marriage, however, is what has people talking. Rumor has it that Ben Affleck was alarmed by the revelation of her previous connections to criminal investigations, particularly those involving Diddy, who is currently under increased judicial attention. The rumors that Lopez may have been involved in shady activities have reportedly increased tension between the pair, and insiders say Affleck is becoming more and more uneasy with the media frenzy surrounding her. Is this the true cause of their breakup? Prepare yourself, guys, because this anecdote may make you reevaluate all of your preconceived notions about Jennifer Lopez.
All in. Yes, it's like J-Lo, like was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Jennifer Lopez is making headlines again, but not for her music or her appearance on the red carpet. Rather, it's her past coming back to haunt her in a scandal that's rocking Hollywood, and Diddy is at the center of it all. Get this. Lopez's name is being brought back into the spotlight alongside her ex-lover due to fresh, shocking accusations. It all began when Rachel Kennedy, a former Playboy model, made a startling assertion. Diddy allegedly forced her to repeatedly watch a Jennifer Lopez music video during a strange encounter in Tokyo in 2000. The cause of this is still unknown, but the shocking disclosure has rekindled long-standing rumors about J-Lo and Diddy's strong and complex relationship, which many believed had been put on hold following their notorious run-in with the law in the late 1990s. Now that Diddy is facing harsh legal criticism, Lopez's name is suddenly reverberating in both gossip circles and judicial hallways. Furthermore, more than just her reputation is at stake. According to sources, her marriage to Ben Affleck is suffering greatly as a result of this controversy. Affleck is apparently becoming more and more uncomfortable with the specters of Lopez's past as these accusations reappear, particularly when more unsettling information regarding her potential involvement in Diddy's legal troubles starts to surface. What started out as an unexpected tidbit of information in a pending court case is quickly turning into a major celebrity crisis. The real drama starts now, and believe me, it's messier than anyone realizes. The turmoil stems from that fateful night in December 1999. When Diddy and Jennifer Lopez found themselves embroiled in one of the most infamous scandals in hip-hop history. According to reports, Diddy got into a heated argument inside a nightclub, and things quickly got out of hand. They fired shots. There were injuries. Jenny and Diddy were in the center of it all. However, this is where everything started to go haywire. Diddy wasn't the only one who allegedly brought the heat. According to recent reports, Jennifer Lopez might have been the one to bring the firearm into the club. Yes, there are rumors that Diddy instructed her to use it covertly, and she allegedly gave him permission to do so after things took off. 3 persons were gravely injured in the altercation. Following the disturbance, Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, and up-and-coming rapper Shine left the scene in an SUV, only to be apprehended by the New York Police Department. A stolen weapon was discovered in the vehicle when the police eventually pulled them down. Jenny's polished image was abruptly destroyed, and the headlines went viral. This was a controversy on steroids for someone who was regarded as America's sweetheart at the time. What followed, however, was much more dubious. Lopez was bailed out first, you see. Diddy then arrived, putting Shine in jail. Additionally, Shine himself claims that when he asked for assistance, Diddy completely abandoned him. Diddy's attorneys allegedly advised him to sever all connections in order to preserve his reputation and prevent more legal harm. In the end, Shine took the fall and received a 10-year prison sentence. He continues to criticize the betrayal today, claiming that Diddy and Lopez got away with it while he was left to rot. This drama's reappearance is more than simply a trip down memory lane. It serves as a sobering reminder that Jennifer Lopez's background is far more complicated than most people think.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was going to take you out of the Diddy downfall?
What about the stress this turmoil has placed on the already shaky relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? It doesn't appear promising. According to people familiar with the matter, Ben Affleck started discreetly separating from Jenny after learning how deeply she might have been linked with Diddy. However, the situation has now become scandalous. There are rumors that Affleck discovered pornographic tapes purportedly featuring Diddy and Lopez. Indeed, such recordings might contain her attendance at Diddy's now famous parties. The same people are presently being investigated for some quite unsettling claims. And here's the thing. The records are allegedly about far more than just crazy parties by celebrities. There were allegedly underage people present, and there may be unanticipated legal repercussions if Lopez is even thought to be associated with that type of setting. According to reports, this is Ben's worst nightmare after years of suffering under strong public scrutiny. He is reportedly attempting to immediately disassociate himself in order to prevent himself from being drawn into what might turn out to be a huge legal and public relations catastrophe. Insiders claim that the tension behind the scenes is unbelievably high. Given that Diddy's company is being dismantled by investigators and Jenny's name is making headlines again, Affleck might be carefully considering his alternatives. There is an unsettling history of abuse and manipulation inside Diddy's group that is coming to light as the courtroom drama plays out and bombshell after bombshell surfaces. According to shocking allegations, Diddy coerced women into performing sexual behaviors. Nevertheless, the indictment files now point to a much larger network of accomplices. The question becomes loud at this point. In reality, how much did Jennifer Lopez know? Was she closer to the mayhem than anyone had thought? Or was she really an innocent bystander? 50 Cent isn't holding back either. He says he has incriminating material, including tapes that were purportedly sent to the FBI and could put Lopez in the public eye. She is allegedly shown at Diddy's parties in these tapes, which, if authentic, could have disastrous legal repercussions. Fans are divided as the pressure increases. Some people don't think Jenny from the block could possibly be involved in such a sinister matter. Others, however, are criticizing her for what she didn't do rather than what she did. For remaining quiet, for potentially participating in the crime. That Lopez-Diddy romance that was once so glamorous, it is currently being recast as a terrifying chapter in a story that is full of scandal, exploitation, and secrets. The worst part is that it doesn't stop there. According to some, Jennifer has always had a huge blind spot for Diddy and would do anything for him, even if it meant ending her previous marriage. Her ex-husband Ojani Noah is now stepping up at last, and what he has to say is really shocking. Ojani revealed shocking details about what actually transpired during his brief marriage to Jenny in an open interview with Despierta America. According to him, Sean Diddy Combs was the only individual who marked the beginning of the end. You know, Jennifer married Ojani around the same time she met Diddy. Furthermore, Diddy was the rapper back then, not just a rapper. He had his own label, dominated the charts, and had complete control over the music business. Jenny, meantime, was rising at a rapid pace. Everything she touched, including music, movies, and television, turned to gold. Fans were thrilled when she teamed up with Diddy to collaborate on her debut album, On the 6th. However, Ojani, perhaps he had good reason to be concerned. He claimed that Jenny started to distance herself from Diddy as soon as she began working with him. She apparently started concealing things from her husband and was aloof and secretive. Jenny was bouncing between New York and Miami with Diddy while Oyani was in Los Angeles trying to launch his restaurant. He claims he made an effort to be helpful. However, the distance and Diddy's increasing visibility caused a rift that he was unable to overcome. However, it didn't end there. Oyani asserts that Jennifer Lopez allegedly targeted him following their breakup rather than simply moving on. He claimed in the same interview that Jenny had sued him, made untrue allegations against him, and even contacted networks and businesses to prevent him from being recruited. Why? He inquired. How could I have ever hurt her? Jenny and Diddy suddenly went public shortly after the divorce papers were signed. Even though Lopez initially didn't like his bad boy persona, Diddy would later claim that they fell in love at first sight. However, she sank farther and farther the more time they spent together. They were Hollywood's it couple by the time the MTV VMAs arrived. The unrepentant hip-hop tycoon Diddy, J-Lo, the gorgeous rising star from the Bronx. Fans were enthralled with what appeared to be an odd match. People were unaware at the time that their brief romance might have had a far darker past. One that was full of obsession, betrayal, and a guy who claims that Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were the reason his life was shattered. Jenny's name is once again in the spotlight as a result of recent investigations into Diddy's history and his purported network of enablers. Did no one ever realize how near she was to the turmoil, or was she simply caught in the crossfire? What are your thoughts on this drama? Please share your ideas in the comments section below. For even more surprising celebrity tea, don't forget to watch our other films. Till the next time, goodbye everyone.